Hello and welcome everybody, I'm Bavaria and this is Crusader Kings 2 and we return here to After the End Old World, of course as Dictator Titas, the warrior philosopher. Now in the last episode I failed dramatically against Slovakia and then we rose up from the ashes of what used to be our realm, we conquered all of Belarus and we are now in a position where we are finally the Commonwealth, the true republic of this region, although okay, you know, it is under primogeniture, but I'll be honest with you, don't worry about it, okay? You don't need to know how succession works for me to be able to call it a republic, okay? It's just a name. No, okay, jokes aside though, I'm quite interested in continuing this playthrough to, you know, where it needs to be, and that of course is the west here. We need to go towards Numenor, we need to go towards our past, and primarily I have also thought about, you know, there's still revolutionary Poland, we've had about 4 or maybe 8, you know, I lost track at some point, we've had so many revolutionary Polands, and I thought to myself, how do we stop that endless cycle of revolutionary Polands? And I think I have finally come to a conclusion that, you know, should actually lead to a proper solution here. Post-revolutionary Poland. Beautiful. Would you look at that? Post-revolutionary Poland, and all of a sudden everything makes sense. All of a sudden we can say, you know what, put it to rest, it's all over, we are post the revolution, we are in a good state, and Director Dominikas of Greater Poland, you shall get the honor. I will not hand it out like as a vice-royalty. If he rebels, then I mean so be it at the end of the day. Republic of Post-Revolutionary Poland, you have hereby been declared. Look at that. We also, honestly, besides this, we have pretty decent borders, so I'm about to ruin it, of course, but I also was informed in the comments that we essentially have something that is very similar to the bloodthirsty guards trait that you have in other religions. I never sacrificed a prisoner, so you know what? Let's just go... Oh. Is that an anime? Sacrifice to the Madame. The judges drag Ben screaming to the sacred guillotine. They place him into the stocks, pull the lever, and the blade cuts off his head. It falls into the basket with still rolling eyes to the cheers of the assembled crowd. Still rolling eyes because it's ridiculous. I get it. This is good. Eat, Madame Guillotine, eat. You know what? I'm gonna sacrifice everyone here off camera. We're gonna see if there will be like an event of some sort after this, but I'm just gonna get all of these out of here, eh? And I just really want to point this out. When I click this button, there's this... there's the head sound. I didn't realize this. Listen to this. You can hear the head rolling down the steps. My god, this mod. And here we go. Sacrifice to the Madame. That is the classic text. And then Skegila, tell you what is the message of Madame Guillotine. Dictator Titas gains the trait Montagnard. So this is, I assume, like the blood hemophiliac and whatnot. Skegila takes out the head of Titas from your hand and wait, his name was Titas, yeah, and begins to examine the blood drops in the basket. Everyone watches him silently for a few minutes, then he suddenly raises his head and shouts, Madame Guillotine has nothing to tell us this time. What? Excuse me? Okay, I'm now a Montagnard, there you go. This character always tries to do the work which Montagnards did before the event. I see, okay, so we are essentially the henchmen. Oh, and there you go, you know what, yeah. Oh, what's this message? No message? Madame Guillotine isn't talking to us. What's up with that, huh? Ah, look at that. We finally got a message out of Madame Guillotine. Madame Guillotine desires those lives that can't lift an empty barrel and would be a shame under the banner of the democracy. The crowd praises the goddess and slowly scatters. What does that mean? And we gain freedom. He gains freedom. And I get Madame Guillotine desires the weak. Does that mean that I need to sacrifice someone that is weak? I assume it is, right? Well, but either way, now that we have established post-revolutionary Poland, I think we can finally move on. And we shall move on initially by going into Bohemia. I'm going to go for Bohemia, I'm going to establish a republic, and I think then I'm simply going to take them over completely by virtue of taking over the duchy that they hold dear. And this was a mistake. So yeah, indeed, let us go against Bohemia. Our daughter-in-law has some issues here, but I can help her with that. That is no trouble whatsoever. These forces that we're facing here are not strong enough to actually do anything against us. Bohemia will fall, and Bohemia will be ours, of course. I am paying for all of that stuff, you know, for all those troops that we are running around with, so I think it is just fair that I can actually use them for conquest. And wait a minute. He died in battle against Flores. That is fair, because now my grandson is my heir, and my grandson is also, of course, the heir to Prussia. So this is actually perfect. I think this should go quite well. Although, no, don't worry about that stuff. Although, I would have liked to play my son. Instead, we will probably be Titas. He's not in my court. Can I be his educator? No. Sad. Yeah, would you look at that? We're just wiping their main troops. This fight, honestly, this war is a very simple one. It would surprise me if we came even close to losing at any point. Slovakia is, of course, helping them, but the Legion of Mary hasn't showed up yet. And I can only hope that that will stay that way. Let me just take a look here. Legion of Mary, I don't see them. Oh no, there they are. Concilium President Asia of... Oh god. Are you the Legion of Mary? Legion of Mary, please stay out. Don't come here. And this war, as was to be expected in my opinion, is now also over. Czechia is merely a vassal of ours. Now, is he happy about it? Oh, absolutely not. But will he accept our leadership? I think so, especially if I give him some money, maybe even put him on the council. The borders are, of course, hideous, but this gives me access to the actual center of Europe, to Germany, of course, you know, and we are, at this moment, strangely enough, we are allied to Bavaria, and there is a child here that is of the Jacobinist religion and our dynasty, so Bavaria might just fall to us by virtue of marriage, which is a very strange thing to say, but it may happen, and if it does, I think that should open things up even easier. As Arnulf, you are first, and then we will go for your friend. What are we going to go for here? I think we're gonna... We need a revolutionary Bavaria, okay? I think that is really what we must do here. And here is the battle of this war. The battle that will define everything. It will happen in Bamberg, and we are well equipped. They are not well equipped. They have split their armies because this army knows that this army is going to lose. Let's just enjoy us crushing the German Confederacy for the rise of revolutionary Bavaria. I love, by the way, just how large the borders of the Jura Bavaria are on this mod. My god, that is very rude towards everybody else. Which is, of course... oh, I'm dead. Which is, of course, part of the joke, but here we are. I am indeed dead. Damn. Known to be a respected scholar, Titas spent most of his days studying in his library, rarely leaving his palace. Long live President Titas II. We jumped over one generation. I mean, as you do. Who are you? You know what, honestly... Oh, you are the daughter of the king of Ukraine. Absolutely. Oh, this is gorgeous. If I could push your claim, for example, later on, that would be nice as well. Look at our borders. We are surrounding revolutionary Poland. Post-revolutionary Poland, of course, has a claim on revolutionary Poland. I think we are going to take that over eventually, but we are in a very stable position, and I'm immediately going to go ahead, actually. Do I have another relative? I definitely do. I would like for you, and I know that you have a strong claim, and I know that you hate me. Can I invite you? No. Okay, in that case, you, my friend, you don't have any sons. That is fine. I am hereby granting you. Alright, so it took me some time until I had it all figured out, but I will now hand over the Republic of Prussia to our dear uncle, because our uncle, you know, has a right to rule. He's a bit of an insane fella. He has syphilis, you know, the usual stuff. That is just, he's living life, right? He's living life, and because of that, things happen. That's just how it goes. Now he's in control of Prussia. I will remain over here because that is, of course, you know, how we rule. We rule right here in Memel. Thank you very much. And I think we're going to continue the war that our father started. But beyond that, what I notice is that, of course, the Kingdom of Prussia has control of Holland, because Holland was in control of Prussia before we took it over twice. First, accidentally, when we, you know, did the Republic establishment, and then the second time when we actually pushed the claim of our now deceased mother. So this is quite nice, because it gives me a launching point over here, but it also makes it so that apparently Doggerland is trying to invade me. I mean, why don't you try it, you son of a gun? I don't think they will have the troops. I'm not really worried about it. I do need to give out one more title, it seems, and I think I should be able to do that fairly timely, in a fairly timely manner. So this is a very strong start. I mean, my god, there's, you know, I can't really, there's no hyperbole there. This is an incredibly strong start for this dear fellow here, for our dear grandson, and I hope that we can capitalize on it. Welcome to the world, revolutionary Bavaria. President Augustine of revolutionary Bavaria von Eichstätt. Very, very... very nice. It is utterly ridiculous that we can have these, like, these shadow kingdoms, you know, these phantom kingdoms, as I would call them. I love it. It's ridiculous, but I do love it. I can't deny it. And look at that, Ukraine is inviting me for the establishment of a republic in Turkey. I'm actually quite happy, and I don't know whether he has the things. He has 11k troops, my god, that is quite a bit. Yeah, I don't know whether he will be successful, but I like that what we established over here has been somewhat stable, if it wasn't for Maleficia, which is, of course, you know, I mean, she's a Katharinus now. Hold that though all of the Tsars are divine, the greatest of them is in fact Catherine, the great Tsarina. Well, you know, without this child of destiny, the revolution would have dominated Russia. I like that she exists, don't get me wrong here, but of course, I like even more that our revolutionary work that we've done here established some long-term republics. That is very, very nice to see. And look at that, damn. Moldavia also Jacobinist. This is a beautiful, beautiful world. Revolutionary Bavaria. Bavaria will soon follow. If Queen Isa Ironside passes away at any point, then we can, you know, say hello to a wonderful revolutionary Bavaria and Bavaria revolutionary. But I like it. I really like how these mechanics work. I like, you know, how they just say, hey, you know what? You can spread the revolution for a while, but after that it will all be kind of automatic by the AI doing it. We should actually go, my god, Predane actually so strong yet again. I can't believe that they came back from this. From what I did to them, from what the novelists did to them. Now how's this going? Oh, this is going beautifully. Turkey will become a republic. And we have grown up, and we have grown up to be an underhanded rogue, meaning that we are quite the mediocre personality. Of course, you know, being shrewd is very nice, but beyond that, we are frail, we are greedy, and we don't really have much about us that, you know, is impressive. Much about us that qualifies us as the beautiful, beautiful prophet of the faith that we are. And I think I'm going to utilize our forces here, or rather, I'm going to utilize everything that I can to push further west, because that was the dream of our grandfather, and I trust in what our grandfather try to do there. Now let's marry our lady here. How do I marry you? There you go. Thank you. Let's marry, let's have some children, and honestly, revolutionary Poland, the revolution is over. I will seize this land, for it is indeed ours. Post-revolutionary Poland will thank me, I'm certain. Let's do it. There you go. The peace is already done. You have been usurped, and under the guidance of the Commonwealth, we now have revolutionary Poland and post-revolutionary Poland. Two entities that are not quite certain whether the revolution is actually over or whether it is still going on. But you know what? That's not something that I need to think about. I think that is a topic for another time and for another people. But when we make Austria a republic as well. Oh, this is good. We are on a roll here today, and I think this signifies the true change of everything in this world. Honestly, we have had such a huge impact on this world, and I couldn't be happier about it. And here we go. The enemy is coming in, 10,000 of their best soldiers. This will be an incredibly close fight. The Austrians are well prepared to tackle us here, because of course, as always, they are cooperating with the Legion of Mary and with the Slovakians. Let's just hope that we can answer it this time around. You know, we've had one successful war against the Catholics already. If we can put in one more, then this could be the turning point of this entire campaign. It looks good to me. It looks, honestly, looks quite excellent, in fact, because we are looking at a very strong position, and we are looking at a lot of kings serving us directly here. Do I have an organizer? We don't have an organizer. What are you? A saint? Mount Athos. Mountain of Athos was one of the largest hubs of Orthodox religious activity for as long as Orthodox faith itself existed. Only after the event, though it became revered as being a saint itself. You know what? I'm not gonna address that. I'm just gonna I'm gonna leave that where it is. That's a really good one, but let's try to win this battle here. This one is gonna be a close one, I think, but we have everything on our side, really. Only the numbers are against us at the end of the day, but it's looking quite decent. The question is, how are we going to do in the melee phase? And indeed, we're doing incredibly poorly. My god, yeah, that sucks. Damn, we got chewed out in the melee phase. And you, by the way, go into the dungeon so that I can sacrifice you. Get out of here. Damn. The Catholics have excellent armies. They really do. But you know what they don't have? As much money as I do. And that's why the East India Company shall serve me. Let's do this. And look at that. We just baited them. We just baited them, and I think this will be a complete victory this time around, because we have the East Indian Company marching in from, well, you know, the east. This will cost me so much money, but I think ultimately it will all be worth it. At least I hope that ultimately it will all be worth it, because if it won't be worth it, then my god, what am I doing with my life? But just look at this. I think we trap them here if the East Indian Company arrives in time, and they are being... We don't have... If I had an organizer, let me tell you, if I had an organizer, but they should arrive in time, and indeed they did, and that is a complete victory. Oh, look at that. Turkey, oh well, Durak, I guess, technically speaking, but this should be the Kingdom of Turkey. Indeed it is. Will become a republic. God bless Ukraine for making this happen. And indeed, we have won. The war is over, and we now have the Republic of Austria, Archduke Harald of Austria in ruling down there. Very, very nice. It cost me a lot of money, I will be honest with you. Honestly, cost me too much money. So I think we're going to have a bit of a relaxed time here for, you know, the next couple of minutes. What is this? Do you hold someone prisoner of mine? Udalrich von Arkona. I don't even know you. Get out of here. I don't know exactly how we're going to move here in the future. It looks like, look at this. These battles were so damn devastating to me. But at the very least, I mean, the revolution is spread. The revolution is spread over here to Turkey. President ATEOW is now in control. Why does it say 1778? What? Well, either way. We are spreading the revolution throughout the world. And you know... Yeah, I don't know how to approach many of the other things that I am looking at, but the Child of Destiny is gone, and I can yet again establish a republic in Central, although of course Central still exists. They have merely moved down here. I think I need to move against Maleficia. I honestly feel as though I should not actually go against Numenor. We have a nice kind of triple threat match right here. We have, you know, Thelema, we have the Novelists, and then we have, of course, ourselves, the Revolution. And I feel as though we are doing well enough where I could say we should probably hand this over to a time-lapse. If I handed this over to a time-lapse right now, it wouldn't be a steamroll, it wouldn't be boring, it could be a triple threat match. So I'm honestly, I'm kind of tempted to do that. I'm kind of tempted to go and make that happen. And yeah, look at you, you no longer are of the right religion. That of course sucks, but what can you do? Oh boy, and we already died, and now I am my son. My son is what? 0 years old, yeah. 0 years old. Dictator Leodvikas. Welcome to the world, I guess, but this is horrible. This is pretty bad. I guess we just, you know, at the end of the day, I guess we just have a bit of a downtime here. That's really the only thing that I can really describe this as. Alright, and while we're still a child, I noticed that Slovakia is attacking Austria, and I'm thinking maybe this is the opportunity that I was waiting for, that I can finally turn Slovakia. My god, it would be a real finally, because they have been a thorn in my sides for too long, and honestly, I think we need to do it right now. Yeah, they are attacking Austria itself, you know, as we turned it, and I think now is the time where we go ahead and destroy them. Because if I don't do it, then, you know, who will, right? So let's make this happen. Let's destroy Slovakia. Let's teach them a lesson. I'm even going to hire some mercs, although not one of the excellent ones. There you go. Just going to hire you. We have 17,000 troops. Let's make this happen. I will finally turn Slovakia, and then we can look towards the future, I think. The biggest battle, I think, against Slovakia, you can see them running around. Man, the Catholics are a real threat to us. Because as you can see, I mean, they have so many troops. Every time I get away with a victory, for example, against Austria, that was mostly because I won the initial battles and then was able to siege them down quickly enough where we would get to the war score required to actually do this. But right now, I think we can cut them off. If we take over Bavaria, rather we destroy Bavaria, our former ally, but you know, they have since turned away our family from the real cause, from the true cause, which is of course the revolution. If we can catch them off guard here, this might be one of the winning battles, although I anticipate more than just one, and I didn't even give them any commanders. Wait a minute. I think I can give you commanders by giving these fellas here some, so let's just do this. And I dread these 10,000 coming our way. My god, the Catholics are a real thorn in our sides, and getting rid of them I think should be the highest of our priorities here. Now, we just won this battle. How can I make this work even better for us? This is a risky one, but as you can see, it paid off. Can I defeat them elsewhere as well? This looks good. I'll take any fight that I can, right? That's really my philosophy here. But I think we actually have the fight here and the victory against Slovakia. My god, Slovakia has been the worst. Legitimately, and look at that. Thank you, post-revolutionary Poland. I knew it. There would be no more revolutions. Poland has it covered. But yeah, this is honestly, Slovakia has been my gravest enemy. They are so good, and they are actually able to defend themselves. Now, I think I should go in here because we should win this river crossing or not. And if I win... Oh, nope, they are already gone. And this, I think, will be the last battle of this entire war. Bavaria, the army of Reinhold, must be defeated. But once it is... And you know what, I'm finally going to buy you back. Once it is... Slovakia, I can't believe that I'm saying this, but I think Slovakia will actually be gone for good. And the Knights Hospitaller, my god, yeah, there's so many holy orders in this region. You know, the Legion of Mary, the Knights of Hospitaller. Then over here, I spotted someone else as well. Let me take a quick check of this. Yeah, the Knights of Lazarus. Seriously, this is a horrible region for us to take over, but we have done it. At least I hope that we will have done it once this battle is over. Yeah, would you look at that? Wow. It's finally over. Slovakia is gone. And with Slovakia gone, we are in full control of the region. It was difficult enough, and Benelux is in full control of Scandinavia, apparently. I don't like it, but what can I say, huh? What can I say? And you know what? I was considering just sitting it out until we grow up to be 16, but Bavaria, Queen Isa, Ironside, you've done this nonsense for the very last time in your existence. Bavaria will fall, much like everybody before them fell. And with Bavaria, of course, falls pretty much what I would call the last bastion of Catholicism in the region. I don't think we have that much more going in general. Yeah, look at that. I mean, Iberia, of course, but then over here it is only Italy. The rest has completely fallen. Bavaria will fall as well. Crusade for Turkey. So the Yugoslavist faith is going for the newly established republic in Turkey. That is terrible news, just for the record, but I'm thinking maybe are all of these republics Moldavia and Free Moldavia. This mod. But all of these republics, I hope, will come to the aid of Turkey, because all of them, of course, are close. Let's see how that actually plays out. I can only hope that, you know, Turkey prevails. I can only hope that the republic keeps standing tall. I want to take a look at this, so let's just go there. But we are, in the meantime, of course, winning against the Bavarians. I think they are pretty much alone at this point. I would be very surprised if they could actually resist us here. I mean, you know, they do, of course, still have all of those holy orders, but I don't think that's going to be enough to defeat us, quite frankly. And there you go, look at this. Bavaria will fall for good into the hands of a good republic in the name of Madam Guillotine. Now, I haven't captured anyone. I would love to, you know, sacrifice more people and take a look at what we can do with those traits. Maybe there's even a bloodline hiding behind it. I wouldn't know, but we're not capturing anyone. So this is quite unlucky as far as I can tell so far. Maybe in the future. I'm sieging so much and yet, you know, we're not getting anything. Bavaria itself will be a prisoner of the revolution. And it is a prisoner of the revolution right now. Boom. Welcome to the world of Neo-Bavaria, dear President Udalrich of Bavaria. We've done it! The revolution has arrived in Bavaria. All the while, Numenor, of course, is a little bit of an uproar, I think. How do we deal with the Yugoslavists? How's this going? Are you seriously... Oh! This explains so much. He's the only guy that is involved in this war. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna siege him down. Oh, this crusade will easily be beaten. And there you go. The crusade fails. I took their capital. And that was really it. Now, I will help Bavaria because, of course, we need to, you know, destroy the last resistance here of the Catholics. But once that is over, my god, once that is over, it is actually all done. I'm very, very happy about the prospect of having consistently, you know, revolutionary Bavaria. That is, of course, kind of the dream here. You're 17, Amelia. I'm already 6. You know, we're gonna marry my dear aunt. We shall marry. That's just, you know, what the revolution says. I swear. The book says that. I can't read, but that's exactly what the book says. So don't question it, okay? Otherwise, Madame Guillotine will be very angry with all of us. Well, you know, it is only fitting, I feel, that Bavaria immediately fell back into the hands of the goddamn Queen Isa Ironside. I tried to intervene there, but you can see right here, they gave up very, very early. They just, you know, essentially gave it up. Udalrich, I don't know why he did it, but he just gave up. And I did something that you know, honestly, I don't regret anything about it. Consigliere Reinhold of Nalsia now holds land over here, and I will truce break. This is, you know, right at the stepping stone towards 100 years of gameplay, so why don't we add Bavaria to our collection of realms? I think it is a good idea. I think it is a very solid idea, even if it means that we get truce breaker. I think it's acceptable. I think we can live with it, and I think we must live with it, because this is an opportunity once in a lifetime. I can already tell you, and I was very undecided about this, because originally, of course, I wanted to carry the revolution all the way over here, but I can already tell you that I will actually end this series after this episode. We are going to go into a time lapse, because I feel as though we are ending up with a very, very strong revolution, of course, with a very centrally run commonwealth as well, and I hope that we can just go from there, that we can just, you know, keep it going, that we can make things happen simply by virtue of having the AI do it. I don't think that we need to be there anymore. The revolution is everywhere in these areas. And then, of course, down here in Turkey, we have a very strong novelist. We have a very, you know, resurging the Lima faith. I think this is the right time to say goodbye and let the AI do its own thing, you know, maybe for 100 years. We're gonna have a time lapse, as we always do at the end of these. But first and foremost, of course, I will go and destroy Bavaria again. Yep, that's right, again. And this, I think, will be the last battle of this war. And I also think the last battle of this playthrough. I think, you know, this has been a very, very lively playthrough. I really like this mod, you know, and what it has going for its base construct. I don't know what Bavaria is thinking here, but Look at that. Look at them coming to an end. Bavaria will never recover from this, or well, you know. Becoming a part of our realm is pretty good, I think. They will be off quite well, in my opinion. And let's finish this one. You, my friend, have been defeated. Look at this Commonwealth. Look at this Ukraina, look at this Benelux, look at this Britannia, look at Numeno. The war's over. We have achieved what needed to be achieved. I think the rest can be left to the AI. Whether the revolution will be successful in full, or whether Germany, you know, will break its back, we will see. I don't think that is something that I should do, because we all know the outcome if I do it. We all know how it goes. If I am the player to keep conquering, we will not be beatable. We will win forever and ever and ever, especially because if I establish a new republic, that king gets ousted, I can just grant the king land and immediately push that claim to make it part of our realm. And I think that is a bit overpowered. I think we are good where we are. Here we go. And so ends the last of the episodes in which I will be playing in this mod. For the moment, at the very least, you know, this series was not the only one that we are going to do in After the End Old World. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you understand that, considering how powerful we are, that we have seen so much of the mod already, but have come to a bit of an ending point here. Now, tomorrow there will be a time-lapse, and I hope that you will, of course, enjoy that one. But, as always, I would like to, of course, thank the members of the channel, namely the Barons Aaron, Stefan, the Richest T, Snywolf, Emma Mello, Thomas, Lachlan, and Mitchell. Then, of course, also the Counts Shifty, Wombat, and Xenophon. Then, of course, also the Dukes, Suspicious Dark Nathan, Knight of Squires, Kenneth, Lexo, Eric, and Aiden. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I can't talk anymore. I hope that you had a good time, and I will see you tomorrow in the time-lapse. Until then, later, alligator.